ISRO's 101st satellite mission lifts off successfully, but fails to deliver EOS09 to space. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO faced a rare setback on its 101st launch mission after it lost its Earth observation satellite EOS08 shortly after its launch from Sriharikota early this morning. The mission, which marked the 63rd flight of its most reliable rocket PSLV, ended in failure after it could not achieve its intended target. Today, we attempted the launch of PSLV C-61. The first two stages performed as expected, but during the third stage, a solid motor system, we observed that there was a fall in the chamber pressure of the motor case. The mission could not be accomplished. We shall come back at the earliest, said ISRO Chairman Dr. V. Narayanan. This comes as a setback for the space agency, which has depended on its workhorse PSLV for some of its most ambitious space launches in the past, including Chandrayaan-1 and Aditya L1. This was the 63rd flight of the PSLV, which has successfully completed nearly all missions over the last 3 decades, with the exception of just 2 previous failures. The Department of Space will now form an internal committee to investigate the cause of the sudden failure and submit a report. And the countdown for the mission lasted 22 hours, and the final liftoff occurred precisely at 5:59 a.m. after the initiation of the automatic launch sequence. The 44-meter-tall Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV was designed to inject an Earth observation satellite EOS09 into a sun-synchronous orbit at an altitude of 597 km. While the rocket lifted off seamlessly from the launch pad, it encountered issues within the next 5 minutes soon after the separation of the second stage. The performance of the first and second stages was found to be normal, but as the rocket reached an altitude of over 330 km, the agency detected a malfunction. This was an XL version of the rocket, on its 27th flight, featuring alternate solid and liquid stages. The third stage was nearly 3.6 meters high and carried about 7.65 tons of propellant. PSLV C-61 performance was normal till the second stage. Due to an observation in the third stage, the mission could not be accomplished, the agency announced. The setback is significant since ISRO has several PSLV missions lined up in the near future. NAN equipped with a SPAN synthetic aperture radar, EOS09 was expected to enhance the country's space-based surveillance capabilities by providing crucial remote sensing data for the next 5 years. The 1,700-kilogram satellite was designed to deliver high-resolution images of the Earth's surface under all weather conditions, day or night. The data would have been useful across multiple sectors including agriculture, disaster response, urban planning, national security, and flood assessment. The previous EOS08 was launched aboard the third developmental flight of the SSLV last August. If successful, EOS09 would have joined an existing fleet of satellites empowering India's Earth observation capabilities. India already operates one of the world's largest constellations of remote sensing satellites, including the IRS series, Cartosat, OceanSat, ResourceSat, and RISAT radar imaging satellite, all providing extensive spatial data. At least 10 satellites are continuously working round the clock for the strategic purpose to ensure the safety and security of the citizens of the country. We have to monitor our 7,000 km seashore areas and the entire northern part continuously. Without satellite and drone technology, we can't achieve that, the ISRO chairman had said last week. NANIT was also intended to be a debris-free mission, as part of ISRO's commitment to space sustainability. The space agency had loaded a sufficient amount of fuel to deorbit the satellite at the end of its mission life. Swipe left for next video. The plan was to lower the fourth stage to an altitude of 350 km, an unstable orbit from where it would eventually re-enter the Earth's atmosphere and splash down into the sea within the next 2 years. ISRO has successfully launched around 564 satellites in the last 4 decades for various purposes, including remote sensing, communication, navigation, and space science. Of these, 433 were foreign satellites from 34 countries, while 31 were Indian. Latest blogs.